Well, when investigates like News 4, tonight emergency cleanup is underway along a contaminated creek in Lockport.
It's a new development on a story that our investigative team has been tracking for the past 8 months. Our cameras were there today as workers spread new dirt on top of contaminated soil. The EPA plans to buy out the families who live closest to the creek. News 4's Jordan Williams has an update you'll see only on 4.
Take one look at what's happening here, and you'll realize workers are in a hurry.
It's a pretty dangerous situation for these folks.
News 4 has learned the EPA has hired a Missouri company called Environmental Restoration to begin the emergency cleanup along 18 Mile Creek.
It's a nightmare for these folks. Here they are in their homes. And remember, these are not just houses. These are these people's homes.
Attorney Roy Mason now represents many of the families who live along Water Street in Lockport.
And they now know that they have been exposed, their children have been exposed to these toxic substances simply from living in their homes and walking in their yards.
From this perspective, you can see just how much dirt crews are bringing in by the truckload to cover up all the contaminated soil.
This is a situation that requires immediate action in our view. And we need to get these people, get their homes purchased at a fair price and get them relocated rather than spend a lot of time simply putting soil out.
The EPA has announced a buyout plan to move the 5 families who live closest to the creek. The area became a federal Superfund site in March of 2012. But the state has known about contamination here for years. News 4 obtained this letter the state sent to residents in 2008. It warns about a significant threat to human health and the environment because of the possibility of direct human contact with site contaminants in the surface soil and sediment. Again, that was 2008. So why the rush to clean up now? An EPA spokesperson tells News 4 the agency wants to ensure that even during the buyout, families aren't further affected.
As far as I know, no one has ever tested any of the individuals along here for toxic chemicals in their bodies.
Attorney Mason plans to test his clients soon.
Have they given you any timetable? Have they given the families any timetable for how long this work might last?
This will last another 3 or 4 months. And they're talking about going into next year, maybe next fall, in terms of the relocation efforts.
The EPA confirms that timeline to News 4.
But even when they act quickly, it's too late.
He fears the damage may already be done. In Lockport, Jordan Williams, News 4 investigates.